Welcome to the Matrox hands-on session here at the Sharp NEC Competence Day 2024. My name is Jörg Langeheine and I'm account manager also for Poland. So a quick tour. What we don't have here on our booth is actually our IP KVM extender called XTO3. It's a very flexible solution, so you can place your systems, your servers in the server room. They're cooled, they're secure. And over a 1 gigabit network connection, you can connect your receiver unit, where you can connect your displays, your keyboard, your mouse, your audio, and you have access to the system in the server room. This is often used in fire departments, control rooms, and stuff like that, where the systems are not supposed to be underneath the desk. It's not only supporting a point-to-point connection, but also you can select which system you want to connect to. So it's very flexible. And even more, if you have 4 displays connected to your one receiver, you can, for example, have one system on display 1, system 2 on display 2, and so on. So you can control multiple systems with a single keyboard and mouse. This is highly appreciated by the operators instead of having multiple keyboards on the desk. Next product line is our Maevex series. It's an H.264 and H.265 encoder and decoder series. So what you can do is actually feed in up to 4 4K60 signals via HDMI, loop them through without latency, and then generate multiple H.264 or H.265 streams to send it out either to the internet or throughout your building. We support any common protocol, RTSP, RTMP, MPEG-2TS, and also SRT, which is dedicated for internet streaming. You can stream out at multiple resolution, different bitrate rates, so very flexible encoder. H.264 is a widely spread codec. It's actually compressing pretty strong, so you lose a little bit of the image quality, and you typically also add some latency, which is fine if you stream it out to locations where you never see the original source. But for example, imagine an auditorium where you have a speaker and a couple of displays around you, and they all need to be a lip sync. So no delay, no latency is acceptable. For this environment, we developed a new product line called ConvertIP. And again, it's based on open standards. So this means the ConvertIP series is supporting both the ST2110 standard, which is known from the broadcast market, and it also supports the brand new IPMX standard. And this is like a completely open standard without any license fees. The difference between 2110, which was designed for the broadcast world to bring SDI over to IP, broadcast people typically have a 4:2 10-bit color space they're working on. The AV industry uses RGB. They want AV features like encryption, like edit management, like HDCP support and stuff like that. So this is why this IPMX standard is so interesting for the AV world, because it covers all their needs. We basically offer here different versions, so either SDI or HDMI. Each box can be used as a sender or as a receiver. It's the same hardware, and we can transmit it over the network. So to explain the setup, I have 2 transmitters here where I feed in a 4K60 signal each. Here I have a receiver, and here I have a receiver box. And also here on the left side, you see a prototype of a brand new product. It's an Intel SDM module based on the ConvertIP technology. So you just plug in the SDM module, connect your network, you're ready to go. You don't have any external boxes or anything you have to use with cables and so on. So ConvertIP supports either uncompressed signal distribution, This is for 4K60, 444. You use a 25 gig network. For 4K30, a 10 gig network. But we also support compressed signal distribution based on JPEG XS or a 1 gigabit codec. So depending on the customer needs, you can select the compression rate you want, and that at a very low latency of uncompressed 8 to 10 lines. So nothing, more or less. So there is another open standard called NMOS. NMOS is designed for detecting and connecting all the endpoints. We have here in our portfolio NMOS routing appliance called ConvertIP. So this little system here you see where all the NMOS services are pre-installed. If you open it up on a web browser, basically it supports any NMOS compliant device which is in your network. So not only Matrox, any manufacturer. Then you can create rooms, for example, meeting room 1, meeting room 2, auditorium, and so on. You just drag and drop the devices you require in this room. Then you go to panels and you have a very easy to use matrix where you can switch your content on the respective devices. So for example, I switch this display now here. I press the button and you see, bam, the new image is there. So very flexible solution to bring your content over your standard network based on open standards. Matrox is believing and promoting this new standard, IPMX. So as you can see here on the video already, soon we will bring out IP KVM extender called AVIT 2. Also based on IPMX, we will bring a distributed video wall supporting IPMX. And also if you're coming from different worlds like NDI, we also bring out a transcoder which converts like your AV streams to other formats like from NDI to JPEG XS to IPMX and so on and so forth. So you see, the focus and the future of Matrox is really dedicated to IPMX. Last but not least, I have here a video wall controller. We have output cards which can drive your displays or projectors. Each output can drive up to 5K60. So besides the output cards, we also have capture cards where you can capture content from external sources via HDMI, DisplayPort, or SDI. So depending on the size of the video wall or the amount of signals you want to capture, you can just add respective cards to your system. So more or less we have captured anything external. I forgot to mention there is also a network cable where you can capture the IP streams H.264, H.265, and it will be decoded on the hardware itself, so the CPU is not required for that. Then we have a software called Muro Control for Windows, this one here, the software to manage your video wall. So it runs on a network. You see a list of available sources. It could be local content, Excel, Internet Explorer, whatever content you have on your system, and all the external content you captured, and you just can place it freely on your video wall. So you can scale any content and position any content anywhere on the video wall. So as you see, a broad portfolio of AV over IP solutions you can see here at Matrox. In case you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for stopping by. See you. Bye-bye.